Sky. 50. The internet troll of all internet trolls. He's trolling his former G Unit member, Lloyd Banks, and I guess they're cool, maybe they're not. I don't think they ever had a song together, but Fabulous. This is stemming from a Breakfast Club interview with Uncle Murder and Uncle Murda and come on, don't do this. Oh my god. His name escapes me now. God damn it. Why does this happen? And my brain be going fast. Then it slows down. Okay, I'm trying to think of his name. Are you Tony Yayo? Tony Yayo, the man who deserves a plaque in the Hall of Fame for he deserves a Presidential Medal of Freedom for being an underboss to 50 Cent. You have to give Tony Yayo his props. His name just slipped my brain. It was crazy because I'm blaming it on the bipolar. God is good, Pastor Sky. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, in the name of the blood. Thank you for that one like. Thank you for 2 people being in here. 50 Cent has once again struck. He has come down from his throne and thrown lightning bolts at Lloyd Banks and Fabulous. He's saying that they have, girl songs that are harder than their street songs. Well, you have to look at the lineage. That's like an LL Cool J. LL Cool J is one of the goats. He started the goat movement. He put goat in his album GOAT, greatest of all time. I heard 50's baby mama ain't eat. Okay, that's different. I don't want to repeat that. Give me a link in my email, SkylarSaunders@gmail.com, Bubba. I didn't know that. I didn't hear that before. I'm gonna look that up. I'm not gonna say it on air though. Oh, that's because you're getting listening to Dave. I was about to say you're listening to Dave Blunts. That's the reason why. You're listening to Dave Blunts. That's what Dave Blunts would say. Dave Blunt's song said so. So that makes it true. That makes it proof. Them what? TWD edits too. Salute to you, whoever you are. But excuse me, 50 is he is a troll. He's the master troll. He would be in the kingdom of trolldom. Gave her a go. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm not. Oh yeah. Oh, that's Dave Blunt's. That's all Dave Blunt's. I'm not repeating Dave Blunt's lyrics. But just as a precaution, just be prepared for 50 Cent to come at you, and he's doing it just to troll, for the lulz, as they say on Encyclopedia Dramatica. One of my favorite websites, top 5 favorite websites of all time, Encyclopedia Dramatica. I suggest you go look at it. It's very, very flagrant. Flagrant. It is incendiary, but it tests the boundaries of freedom of speech. It really does. It really lets you know, wow, you can say that? Okay, I didn't know you could give that kind of image on a website. Oh, okay. That's horrifying. That's terrifying, and that's just disgusting, But anyway, 50 Cent is like the Encyclopedia Dramatica of the hip hop world. He says all kinds of outlandish things and says things that are ridiculous and crazy and wild, but he's doing it all for fun. He's not trying to just end careers. He's just doing it because he feels like it. He has Shreveport. He has different activities for the kids and stuff like that. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. From my standpoint, I never met him. I don't know him like that, but from the media, he's a good guy. From the standpoint of a businessman, he's a great guy. He wouldn't have been able to secure the $124 million tract that he was able to obtain from the government of Louisiana. So you have to give him his props on that end. You have to definitely give him his props. And he is, gonna troll. And he said, Lloyd Banks is he said Lloyd Banks, his best songs are with girl songs. That's a lot though. Lil Flip. Lil Flip has, Sunshine. You have to have a song for the ladies. You gotta have a song for the ladies. You got Nelly. You got, so many people have songs for the ladies. Even Clips. Clips had songs for the ladies, but they hate them. They hate those songs. They hate Ma I Don't Love Her and When the Last Time and all that. They hate those songs. Keys Open Doors. Now that's when you're talking. That's when you're talking. That's when you have something to say. When keys open doors, that's when you're talking Clips language. I know that song front to back. I can work, say every line, every verse. It's not a problem to me. I'm looking for. He's been trolling for years. Almost almost like it's been over a decade at least. So he's saying that they never put work in. He's saying a lot. He's saying a whole lot. Trying to find it. Trying to find it. Daggone it. This is crazy. 50 Cent said didn't put work in. I don't know what he means by that. It says this: 50 Cent will hold onto a grudge for the sake of antagonism forever. It's rare that he ever truly patches things up as he has with Jadakiss and Fat Joe over the years. Instead, he'll jab back and forth with his opposition until the sun burns out. Rick Ross, Ja Rule, and Irv Gotti, respect to him, rock and power to Irv Gotti, in death have been the butt of 50's jokes. Consequently, when there was an opportunity to jump on two of his old rivals in Fabolous and Lloyd Banks, it was a no-brainer to get the Get Rich or Die Trying legend. It was no brainer for the Get Rich. Okay. In a sense, deleted post on Instagram captured by Too Cool to Blog, 50 Cent reacted to Tony Yayo's appearance on The Breakfast Club. Yayo responded to an ongoing online debate about who's better, Fabolous or Lloyd Banks. Naturally, he favored Banks, given the G-Unit connection and all. However, 50 in his petty nature took it as an opportunity to roast two people he doesn't like that much. Ultimately, his argument is that they both share too many qualities to favor one over the other. He said, and this is exactly what he said. He said, they both never put in no work themselves. They both are not likely to sell at this point in their career. It's a tie, ladies and gentlemen. They are the same. Bad Guys Pod. What you know about keys open doors? I know, make your skin crawl. Press one button and let the wind fall. Who gonna stop us? The coppers. Mind of a kilo shopper. Seeing my life through the windshield of choppers. I ain't spent one rap dollar in 3 years. Holla, money's the least. Drag by a dog collar. Now hope follow. This is my ghetto story. Like Sham Ice P is the Don Dada. Tell me I don't know nothing about no keys open doors. Let's go. Mouse's version. His post. Throw it on the scale, feed your goddamn self. Get it how you live. We don't ask for help, no. Word on the street is you gonna love how I'm out, and I don't come with a piston in the cell self. I yell real till I'm locked like Mamiya and get across state with the grace of Maria. Keep on tours when you know us when you see us. Living street tales worthy of Don Divas. I'm telling you, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I know that whole that's my favorite clip song. Second, very close second is grinding, but keys open doors. It's a problem. Yuck. Yeah, he didn't even do the yuck anymore. He did the yuck. Then he did. Then sometimes he ends with the songs with P or push or pusher. Then he has the woo. Remember the woo? That woo era, the good music era when he was going woo. When he was the president, he was doing the Ric Flair. Now he's doing the Joker's laugh. I don't even think he did that too much on that God sort amount. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, we're talking about Fabolous and Lloyd Banks. Fabolous reminds 50 of Lloyd Banks, so he hates them equally. I think that's a good point, Bad Guys Pod. I think it's a good point. 50 has such a because that's a classic cliche. You keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So you flip it. Keep your enemies close and your friends closer. So his friend wants his friend Lloyd Banks. He has totally disbanded from him, but he's still making money. He's still getting guap. Like Lloyd Banks said to the Breakfast Club, he's still getting money on tour. He's overseas. He's getting that tour money. See, that's what I like. That's what's so beautiful about hip hop itself. Like in early days, in some ways they're still touring, but a lot of times they always say rap and hip hop, they don't ever tour as much, and they don't ever get receipts and audiences and stuff like that. It's not the case nowadays. People in the rappers in their 40s and 50s are getting money off of this game. That's beautiful. I like that. That's a good thing. So 50 thinks that both of them are about the same anyway. But Banks is saying that he's really shown that he doesn't mind 50 Cent, trolling, because he thinks he's cool with him. He's not trying to be against him. That's the friend or foe kind of thing. It's like friend or foe. What are you going to do? You got to choose your lane. That's the reality that each man has to set for himself. They have to stand up on their own business and have integrity and honesty, and exhibit that, exude that. That's the whole point about that. And I think it's great that 50 does this. 50 is, see, you got to motivate. I was in the Fleet Marine Force for like 4 months. Okay, so it was like 9 months. I'll say 9 months. I was in the Fleet Marine Force. And in those 9 months, I learned a lot about people and cliques and different energies of people and how they function and what they do. It's too easy to say, oh, well, I was in boot camp, I'm a drill instructor. Everybody has that story, Who made it to the Fleet Marine Force? That's the key. Getting there to the FMF, Fleet Marine Force. So I learned about, there's people that are going to troll you. There's people that are going to denigrate you and try to slow you down. But you can't let that bother you. You have to go on and continue with your life and your career. And even if it's halted, like mine was stunted. I'll get into that later. Mine was stunted, so I didn't get the full breath of the lion. I got a little around the teeth and the tongue, but I wasn't in the belly of the beast, to say the most or say the least. I said all that to say this. I said, Fabulous and Lloyd Banks, they have a very similar style of flow. It's kind of like a slow drawl. They don't really rap fast. You can hear every word that they say. They have kind of like a very smooth kind of way of speaking, but they're saying harsh things sometimes. But like I said, he's torn. Lloyd Banks is torn. I'm sure Fabulous is probably doing shows too. Fabulous, he's like an underground, like above ground pop legend. Like, I don't know, it's a weird thing to classify Fabulous, because he didn't get to that level of mega stardom. Like 50 Cent is a mega star. He's a mega star. Lloyd Banks didn't really get that high either, but he had the connection, the G Unit with 50 Cent. So he became kind of like an adjacent, an interim megastar. Fabulous never reached that height. He represented for Brooklyn though all day. Jay-Z, cleared the feature with him on one of the songs. I think if I'm not mistaken, they say it a lot of times, but it's Where Brooklyn At. That's just how it goes. But that's a really great observation, Bad Guys Pod. Fabulous reminds 50 of Lloyd Banks, so he hates them equally. So yeah, I think that is probably the best way to capture it. And to really show that he has a firm grasp on the game. He has a firm understanding of where he wants to go. 50 Cent's mind is on Shreveport, Louisiana. He ain't worried about niggas beefing in the streets and feuding and all that. He could care less. He just gets on the social media and trolls and says, ha 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 ha, I'm laughing to the bank right now. Like that's his deal. That's his steez. That's his style. So he's he could care less about what Lloyd Banks or Fabulous has to say about what he said about them. He doesn't care. He couldn't care. What was he gonna care about? He just signed a $124 million deal. Are you serious? He's not worried about them. If they responded, he wouldn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't do it for a response. I just go on social media, say what I gotta say, and then I'm out. That's all I gotta do. Bang. And then you guys deal with the fallout, with the aftermath. That's the reality. That's the truth. So I respect 50. I respect Fabulous. I respect Lloyd Banks. If I had a personal favorite, probably Fabulous. Fabulous was the first person I think I noticed out of all of them. Because 50 didn't come through until 2002, 2003, properly. He was on How to Rob, and that was like in 99 or 2000 or something like that. But he really didn't pop off until he signed with Shady Aftermath. And that was in 2000, 2003. And that came along with Lloyd Banks. But Fabulous, he came out in 2001. His album actually dropped on September 11, 2001. With Jay-Z, The Blueprint. They shared the same date. Two Brooklynites. Think about that. So, 50 doesn't care. He could care less. I'm going to say this. Others in the replies made an astute observation. Lloyd Banks never really indulges in 50 Cent in his incessant trolling. Instead, he mostly keeps to himself. What did I say? I said all this before I even read. I never read this. I said all of this. He keeps to himself and continues putting out projects today. Know what's impressive? Banks has never allowed 50 to get him to react negatively. One person wrote, that's the truth. That's the truth. I told you that. Last time Lloyd Banks addressed 50 Cent was in a conversation with GQ almost 4 years ago. Crazy, right? There he stressed that he still looks at his G-Unit cohorts as brothers, even if they don't always align. We came into this together. We're never all going to be doing the same thing at the same time at this point in our careers. You know what I mean? The last conversation I had with 50 was basically him telling me to get whatever I left out there. Because some hiatuses were planned and some weren't, Banks admitted. But I can't sit and cry about spilled milk. I got to go out there and make it happen. We did something special that will never be done again. Honestly, there are more positive moments than anything else. It's facts. Facts. I told y'all. I wasn't playing. That's Lloyd Banks. He's talking about his former boss. 50. He put him on. But when friends become foes, what do? Lloyd Banks doesn't look at 50 as a foe, or he doesn't show it. He doesn't show that he has a foe in 50. He shows that he has a respect for 50, that he put him on. And then if they were like, what is it? They're in their 50s now, 40s, late 40s, early 50s. 20, 30 years from now, they're going to be in a rocking chair on a beach somewhere with some beautiful women caressing them. And they're going to be looking at each other like, man, we had a good run, didn't we? Yeah, we did, This feels good, That's why I see they're going to be on a beach somewhere, like in like so many Hollywood movies. They end on a beach, trading places, office space, all kinds of different. That's how they end the movie, on the beach. But that's how I see it happening. That's what I think it is. So I have to really say how the ideal for this is properly about the fact that 50 has these outlets, has X, All he has to do is go on X, pause, drug, reference, but not X, the formerly known as Twitter site. That's all he has to do. It's just troll. Just sit back and troll. All he has to do is pick up his phone, tip, and it becomes worldwide news. 50 Cent trolls Lloyd Banks and Fabolous. Says they didn't put the work in. That's funny. Because I disagree. 50, Fabolous's net worth is what, like 8 million? Now he's like, that's 8 million. But what is 8 million, right? What is he probably has 8, maybe $12 million. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You can do a lot with $8 to $12 million. But you got, his fellow Brooklynite who says, I put my mansion on my wall. That's Hove. That's Jay-Z. That's the kind of man that man is. When he goes to the jugular, I'm talking about the jugular. I put your mansion on my wall. You have a $2 million mansion. I just put that on my wall. Yeah, I have a little exhibition. I have a little exhibit in my home. Multi-million-dollar artworks. Put your mansion on my wall. What are you gonna do about it? So, but 50 though. 50 is like that in the sense that he just trolls because he has the feeling to do so. He has the thought process behind it. So that's what's so true. That's what's. I'm not your bro, ACM 1921 or 19. What is that? 1911 or 1912? Excuse me. ACM 1912. Excuse me. I get my numbers all mixed up when it comes to Roman numerals. ACM 1912. I'm not your bro, but thank you for coming in. It looks like you're the only one in here. It was up to like 14 and it's dropped down. I'm in the trough. December was just insanity. Last month was insane. This month, it's decent. It's all right. It's all good. It's not bad, but December was going off. Help with what? I have enough help. It's called clonazepam, lithium, olanzapine. So You can help me out by donating to my Cash App, my Venmo. That's what you can do. My Cash App and my Venmo. That's how you can help. That's the real help that you can offer. You send a donation of at least $50. That'd be helpful. So, Bumba, stop pump faking ACM. Putting ACM in check. Stop pump faking ACM. Hey, I'm with 50 trolling. Trolling is a beautiful sport. If you know how to troll, which 50 is a master, he is a legendary, super authentic troll master. He knows how to push the right buttons and say the right things at the right time. He has precision timing. He has a comics timing. This is great. Dave Blunt's won the beef and then ate it. He's gonna get a Zempic or Wegovy or something. He's got to do something like that. That just it's too much. It's like it's way too much. He just has protoplasm, just blown up. It's crazy. It's wow. So he's lying about being on a diet. I'm sure he is. Well, he's on a diet. Everybody's on a diet. It just depends if you're on a specific diet. He needs to fast. That's what he needs to do. He needs to fast and eat very light meals. That's what he needs to do. And drink more water. And salt water and electrolytes. Check the thumbnail on the 50 diss song. Where can I find that? What thumbnail and where's the thumbnail? I don't know what you're talking about, Mumbo. What thumbnail? But anyway, 50, just grade A black belt with 2 red stripe on YouTube for this Curtis song for Dave Blunt song. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that right now. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to Dave Blunt's. Wow, this is crazy. Go to check the thumbnail on the 50 diss song. Okay. See that? The thumbnail? I'm not seeing the thumb. I don't know what the thumbnail is. I don't see the thumbnail. I don't see a thumbnail. That's okay. Hey Curtis, yeah, I know I'm there. The video's playing, but I don't know where his name. That's the only thumbnail I see. I'm stupid. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. So yeah, I'm at Hey Curtis. But salute to him for even trying to be a hater against 50 Cent. He's not going to lose. 50 Cent is one of those cats that never loses. Even when it looks like he lost, he still won. He's one of those cats that can do that. So salute to 50 Cent, Fabolous, and Lloyd Banks. Now we have to go into Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis was arrested for domestic violence. He allegedly pulled his girlfriend at the time through a nightclub into the kitchen, into the parking garage. I don't think there was any other further reports beyond that. Yes, 50 has the Machiavellian personality. Yes, I do agree. Divide and conquer, and I don't know if that's Machiavelli. I'm trying. I think what is this? His Machiavelli's famous line. I can't. Don't do this. You put me on the spot now. Oh my god. Oh, the ends justify the means. That's Machiavellian. The ends must justify the means. Dark triad. I don't know what that means, sir. I'm out of the loop on dark triad. But anyway, Tank, Gervonta Davis, I guess you say. He is persona non grata. He's a terrible human being. He had, when the charges were brought up, and he had a $16,000 bail. His former girlfriends were like, "Yup, he did the same thing to me. He did the same thing to me. It's the same thing. It's a vicious cycle." And like everybody, it's terrible. They stripped him of his belt. He's like an associated, champion or something like that. He's not really a full champion. The World Boxing Association, the WBA, stripped him of his belt. What is this? Everybody says, "Oh, well, he probably had he had a upbringing where his father may have been abusive to his mother, or her boyfriend may have been abusive to her, or something like that." Doesn't matter. You don't have to. You're following those footsteps. If that is the case, I'm just allegedly saying that. I'm just allegedly, I'm just coloring in the blanks. But that's the reality of all this. That's the truth. Tank, he's a hell of a boxer, but you can't be beating up on the women's. You can't. I like women's. I'm sorry. Every time I think that's a sad story, by the way. This is just a side note. He doesn't like women's. He likes men, and he should be happy with that. That's why they call it gay. He should be happy. He should be glad. That's why they have gay, lesbian, what is it? And something award, and something in diversity, something like, I can't remember it. But that's what he should be. Cause he definitely likes guys. Come on now. Scott has been delivered. It's not like he really, like, it's so obvious. He like, they had like a interview with him. He's just like, real zesty, super zesty mug. Like, just say you're gay. Like, I don't care. I'm straight. I'm straight. Nobody cares. I'm gay. People be like, "Oh my god, oh my god." That's just the reality, true. But this is just a side note. I'm just going off the course for a little bit. I'm going back on course. Gervonta Tank Davis, arrested for domestic violence. Held on, he had $16,000 bail or bond. I always forget the difference between them. $16,000 bond. That Magic Johnson son? Oh, that's a big queen. No. That was the church member. I don't even remember his name, but he was saying, like, he was with all these different men and stuff like that, and he was very, very homosexual, very gay, and then the Lord turned his life around, and he's found Jesus, and Jesus made him straight. Really, nigga? Really, nigga? Come on now. He's as straight as the letter O. He's as straight as the number 0. So, yeah, Gervonta Davis, Tank is tanked. But no, he has definitely an issue. He's a problem. He wants to be a little more than friends with Jesus. Yeah, that's the thing too. Jesus never. There were, of course, they're human beings. There must have been homosexuals during that time period, and I think Jesus was like, I'm cool with y'all. It's all good. He may have even tricked off a few. I don't know. Is that blasphemy? Jesus is his white zaddy. It's his white zaddy. I like that. That's funny. Jesus is white zaddy. um, but I just think there's a division between these really harsh, really gruff boxers that take all this pain in the boxing ring, and then he said that he's okay, but then he goes to his girlfriend and his past girlfriends allegedly. There was a video camera that corroborated her allegations. It showed him allegedly um, uh, accosting her in a parking garage. Boma says Dahmer said he was born again. Exactly. See, that's Christianity. I'm gonna take this little detours. I'm gonna do little detours based on people saying stuff. Dahmer, he can say, he was gonna be, I think, executed, but somebody killed him with a exercise equipment, one of those dumbbells. Um, that's the thing, though. You can say, "Oh, I'm born again. I'm a born again Christian." Oh, you're going to heaven. You're all right. You ate 17 people. Oh, that's horrible. That's terrible. There was 6 more in your freezer and like 2 more were decomposing. Oh, that's just horrific. But did you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? You did. Okay, everything's fine. All that's washed away. What are you like? What kind of message is that to show to people? You can do the most heinous, horrific crimes, rape 9-year-old boys and girls, and you're clean slate. I'm born again. What the hell? He was a little too excited for communion and was disappointed. Oh, that was good. Was that a setup for that punchline? That was a good punchline, Bumba. Yeah, that's what communion is. It's a representation of cannibalism. It's a representation of cannibalism. That's all it is. Eating of the flesh, drinking of the blood. Oh, it's bread and wine. Oh, it's bread and grape juice. It's little crackers and grape juice. Yeah, but it's representation. You're eating somebody's flesh and their blood and drinking their blood. He really thought he was getting body and blood. Yeah. Yeah. But I want to focus on Gervonta Davis. Tank. This scoundrel, allegedly, who couldn't keep his hands off his lover in a bad way. He completely rocked her world. In an awful way, not in a good way. He sent out bad vibes, totally different, just terrible. They say no sin is unforgivable with Jesus. Yeah, exactly. That's the sad, scary part. Somebody on the table for a lethal injection, and they have a father there. That do you want to go? Are you prepared to go to heaven, my son? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to heaven. Yeah, whatever. That's the weird thing. That's how sick and disgusting faith really is. All faiths, especially, but especially Christianity, where I come out of. But Bumba Clot, hit me with some Gervonta Davis issues. Hit me with some Gervonta Davis, and I want to talk about that. I'm really good bouncing off of the chat. I'm trying to go off of my memory. I should look up. Is it Gervonta? I think it's Gervonta. Holy grace. He was actually on the lam. He threatened to kill her, he choked her, and assaulted her both in private and public settings. This is the irrationality. This is the sad, disgusting state of affairs that these so-called men have put themselves in. This is the Andrew Tate. This is the clavicular. This is the Sam. What's his name? Was it Fuentes? What's his name? I forgot his name. What's that loser's name? Fuentes. What's his name? Fuentes. I forgot his goddamn name. Fuentes. Nick Fuentes. Is that it? Nick Fuentes? That seems weird. Yeah, Nick Fuentes. Okay, Grippers. Okay, Nick Fuentes. He's got that. Very sad. Very sad. So, but this is what that ilk has. This is what that ilk has. The Andrew Tate. Is that? Am I saying their name? They're losers. I don't get their names. Andrew Tate. Jesus Christ. Nick Fuentes. Clavicular. I think that's it. But most of them, they want the strong, muscles and going to the gym and make sure you get surgery to have your jaw, chiseled and stuff like that. Like, no intellect, no thought, no ideas, or bad ideas for Nick Fuentes. The other two are just spouting nonsense about physique and things of that nature. Check out the Death Row Executions channel on YouTube. Some real sickles on Tibir. No, I know what you meant there. Yeah, I will check that out. I will check that out. Send it to me in an email. Send me an email. Send me an email, Bumbleclot. Cause I don't want to watch the ones you watch. I might see something totally different. Only one I seen was a fake one. Was Faces of Death. I support the death penalty 100% if there is not a shadow of a doubt. If it was like Terry Nichols, well he's got life imprisonment, but oh my God, Terry Nichols and Jesus Christ, now you got me doing oh my God, Timothy McVeigh, God damn, whoo. Timothy McVeigh. Gacy needed, yup. I hate AI channels. I don't really hate AI channels. I think AI channels are pretty cool. And now I have 0 people on the screen. On the screen. I say on the screen. There's an asterisk when I say 0 people. Because obviously there's people still coming up with, levels. Gacy's last words were, "Kiss my..." I'm laughing at his demise rather than the fact that he had such a crass way of going out. No pun intended. They really were. He had no remorse. Why are we not talking about Gervonta Davis, sir? Bumba, do you have anything to say about Gervonta Davis? That's my whole point. You're talking about Gacy. You're talking about, all these different people. What do you know about Gervonta Davis, Bumba Clot? Do you have anything to add to Gervonta Davis? Who that? Oh, now it's a shame. You got the internet with you. You have a screen right there in front of you. Find out who Gervonta Davis is. We're talking about Gervonta Davis. That's the whole point of the show. That's the other half of the show. The first half was 50 Cent versus Lloyd Banks and Fabolous. This is the second half. This half is about Gervonta Davis going from being on the lam to being caught on what was it, 2 days ago? And allegedly, no, I'm Beyonce Davis. Now you're just trolling. That's a good troll. That was a good troll. Look him up. Look him up. He was actually inspiration for a Wire character named Dennis Cuddy Wise on the HBO television series The Wire. That's crazy. He has one draw, 31 fights, 30 wins, 28 wins by knockout. One draw. He's a southpaw like me. He's a lefty. So he fights awkward probably. So it says here, on January 14, 2026, the Miami Gardens Police Department issued an arrest warrant for Davis, which was based on the alleged October 27, 2025 incident with Davis. Due to video surveillance evidence that allegedly supported Russell's account of what happened, Davis was facing charges of battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. Davis will be arrested following a 2-week search on January 28, 2026, and released later that day on a $16,000 bond. Okay, so it's a bond. What is he charged with? I just said it. He looks like Nipsey mixed with Pop Smoke. That's a good example. That's actually pretty good. He does kind of look like Pop Smoke in a way. He looks like Nipsey like a little bit. That's funny. Premium Black News. Oh, salute. Big Elvis the Chef. Salute to you, sir. Yeah. So I'll read them again. It was battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. That's his charges. Salute to you, Big Elvis the Chef. And if you feel so inclined, hit my Cash App up, $SKYLERSAUNDERS 1. Again, that's $SKYLERSAUNDERS 1. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your patronage. But Big Elvis Presley, oh my God. Bumba don't hate on the sponsors. He's given me money in the past. So I appreciate him. I appreciate him. But this is the goofy thing. Like, how do you not have self-control? That's what I don't get. Well, I'm not blaming the victim, but was she poking him in the head? What's she gonna do? You a big boxer? You big bad? If she said it, it's not right. But you can't be on some battery, so whatever the case may have been. I don't know what the issue was, but there's no excuse for him to put hands on her. None. She could have been all in his face. What you gonna do? You ain't got no game. You ain't got no common sense. You ain't nothing. You ain't got no wisdom. You ain't got no ism. You ain't got no game. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You hit me. I wish you would. I want you to hit me like you in the ring. Hit me like you in the ring. Do something. Do something. I want you to. Let me make sure Big Elvis is a moderator. Salute to Big Elvis. You are a moderator officially. You're officially a moderator. Appreciate it, sir. It's just disgusting. It's weird. It's like, yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that, sir. You're honored. I'm honored to have you as a moderator. You got the wrench. So Javante, salute to white. That was random. Salute to white folks. Oh wait a minute! Isn't that was that a rapper? Is that what is that? We just talked about that the other day. I can't even remember. White folks is something. Not just randomly saying white folks, but it's actually a brand or something. It's an actual band or something. I can't remember what it is. You gotta explain that. Bumbo. But Gervonta Davis, Tank, man, just crazy. He's the reverse Clayton Biggs. Oh yeah, no. See, I needed to tell. But wasn't he Woody? I thought Woody was the guy. Is that the guy that was? Is that anything to do with Woody? He's a Memphis influencer. Okay, so he has nothing to do with Woody. Okay, I got my white guys mixed up. Woody's not even. He got smoked. He's not even here anymore, is he? He's dead. But yeah, Gervonta Davis, man. Woody was a Cali rapper. Yeah, I got you. I remember now. I saw the documentary. It was a decent YouTube documentary. I mean, if I saw this on TV, I'd be like, eh. But it's for YouTube, it's pretty good quality. It's pretty good quality. Yeah. Oh yeah, Woody smoked himself. That's right. He hung himself or something, right? Or did he shoot himself? I don't remember what it was, but yeah. But yeah. So Gervonta Davis, he just has a sad way of living. You're beating up on women. Come on now. You're a boxer. You know restraint. You know control. That's what they teach you. I don't know if they teach you about that in boxing. I know they teach you about your martial arts. Because it's not about fighting. That's the thing. Boxing is about fighting, I guess. And then about discipline and respect and, bringing yourself into control and stuff like that. I don't know if it's the same for boxers. Boxers know about technique. They know about breathing technique, breathing practices, how many punches can be thrown, how many, what the scorecard is. He made a confession tape and smoked himself. Okay. But Gervonta Davis, he just ruined it for himself. He made himself even worse. How do you go from from sugar to ish so quick? How does that happen? From sugar to ish that quick. How does that happen? How are you able to even deal with that in your life? So, that's the way it is. It's chocolate. What's chocolate? What are you talking about? It's chocolate. That's really random. What are you talking about, Bumbo? Is that a setup for a punchline or something like that? It's chocolate. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the Gervonta Davis. Tank, man. It's like, goddamn. October 31st, 2025, it was reported that Davis was involved in a civil lawsuit filed by his former girlfriend, Courtney Russell. She claimed multiple instances of violence, including battery and kidnapping. The lawsuit stated that an incident occurred on October 27th, during which Davis reportedly assaulted Russell, resulting in police involvement. Unless she choked her, threatened to kill her, and assaulted her both in private and public settings, as I've said before. Why? Like, why? What is... I don't get it. Yeah, Tank is a singer, but his nickname is also Tank, the boxer. His nickname is Tank. But it just bothers me. When people got money, people got status, all this, and they want to go and do dumb-ish. They want to go and do the dumb stuff. That's what bothers me the most. People out here struggling and doing the right thing and doing great. These people have access to millions of dollars. These people have access to publicity, fame, fortune. You got people doing the everyday struggle, doing the right thing, not beating up on their wives, not beating up on their husbands, not doing anything foul and flagrant and ugly in these streets. And then you got people like Tank running around beating up with women, choking, kidnapping, his girlfriend at the time. It's ugly. It's disgusting. You have upstanding bus drivers, mailmen, beauty salon owners, lawyers, entrepreneurs that don't take part in any of this kind of behavior, that know better. Throw away the key. Yeah, I mean, he's not in lockdown right now. He's been released on $16,000 bond, which is probably nothing to him. He's probably got a few $1,000,000 at this point. But Gervonta Davis didn't have to go out like this. He's going out like a sucker, if you ask me. And I'm standing on that word, sucker. Because how you beat up a woman? Why are you beat up on men for a living? Why are you even trying to say anything or do anything that is against women or anyone, or without the bounds of the squared ring? That's your canvas. That's your F1 supercar. That's how you get money. Gervonta Mayweather. Well, Mayweather is his sponsor and his mentor. He's definitely one of his mentors, Floyd Mayweather. And I think Floyd Mayweather may have had some issues. Let me make 100% sure. Floyd Mayweather Jr., by the way. Legal issues. He kicked the bouncer. He had misdemeanor battery against 2 women. Floyd Mayweather Jr. He had threats to his children. Is this a through line? Boxers? I mean, look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had issue with what was her name? Robin Hare? Is it Robin Hare? Robin something. I can't remember her name. Hold on. Oh my God, what is her goddamn name? Oh my God. Robin Givens, that's her name. Robin Givens. Robin Givens. George Floyd Mayweather. Thank you, Gabinos. Gabinos, and some people, y'all be quiet. Y'all be saying stuff, but then y'all come up. My dumb ass can't think of anything. So I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. What is this? Robin Givens? And the hell? What happened? What is it? Is the nature of boxing? Should there be more understanding of martial arts as opposed to boxing? Because they obviously can hit. But is it the self-control? That is the whole point of mastering self-control with mental focus on specifically on martial arts. She low-key always had a mustache to me. I was in the shower, just got out. Okay, good to go, Gabino. Salute to you. Never hesitate to give that donation. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's. I just don't. I'm sure there's. I mean, look at the Raging Bull. Raging Bull. Look at this. It's not just black guys. It's white guys too. What's his name? Rocky Marciano. Wasn't that? Who was it? Hold up. Let me find out. Jake LaMotta, not Rocky Marciano. Excuse me, that's my fault. Jake LaMotta. Pull up on an op like, do you know Joy Lane? Okay, that sounds like Dave Bunce, but I'm not sure. But, Jake LaMotta, he was horrific. He was terrible. He brutalized his wife. He brutalized what was it, his friend or his brother or something like that? I think it was his brother. Joe Pesci's character. Just horrible. Just disgusting. Ugly, ugly, ugly stuff. But hey, I'm about to get out of here. I'd like to thank everybody that came through. Appreciate it. Hit that donate button. Donate buttons exist somewhere. I have to tell you where they are, and I don't have them ready yet. They will be one day. I'm building up from the ground up, not renovated. Huh? You built it ground up. You bought it renovated. I built it ground up. You bought it renovated. Talking penny keepers, you ain't authenticated. All right. But thank you all. I appreciate you, and I will see you probably sometime tomorrow. Take care.